Imagine you wanted to look at various data science job salaries to determine where or what you wanted to do, and how much experience you would need to gain. For this project, I will be looking at a database that looks at data science job salaries. First, you'll start with the database. It gives you a large amount of data that's hard to determine what it is you want to look at. Here we see the database that has experience levels, employment type, job title, salary, salary currency, salary in US dollars, and salary in its original form of currency. We also see employee residence, remote ratio, company location, and company size. Now this is a lot of information, so the first thing that we need to do is sort the data. Here you see I've sorted the data, I've shortened it down to a more reasonable setting for me to be able to show you the graphs. Now I will show you the graphs. So this is a site that I've created with D3, and we'll be looking at bar charts to show the ease of access to understanding the average salary that was earned. I've taken all the salaries from the database and I have put them into averages. So this particular graph has a list of all the averages from small companies, medium companies, and large companies that were listed on the database. We'll be using the key that's provided in the About page. So EN, which is the first one from each one, is entry level. EX is exquisite employees, so temporary employees. MI is mid-level employees, and SE is senior level employees. And the graph will look at that to answer the question, what type of company spends the most money on what level of experience worker? So in this graph, when you look at it, it will show entry level, exquisite level, mid-level, and senior level employees. When you hover over the salary, the average amount, it will show you a visual of the graph. Here we see that entry-level employees in small and medium earn less of an average than large companies. We also see that small companies pay an average that's less than medium and large companies for exquisite workers, temporary workers. But for mid-level workers, we see that small companies pay an average more than even large companies do. And senior level workers, we see again that larger companies will spend more money on senior level workers than medium companies, and medium companies actually would spend less money on an average senior levels than small companies will. Now, let's go to the top and look at my second graph. This graph will be answering which level of experience makes the most money. Both graphs do focus on the same key, so we'll still be keeping in mind entry level, exquisite level, mid-level, and senior level employees when looking at this graph. This graph shows the salary in US dollars by experience level, so that the database shows that exquisite level workers actually earn the most money as an average